You try closing Wirecast and
is it calm now?
Yeah, back.
Is it back? Okay.
Yeah, we can start. We can continue.
Okay. Sorry, we had a problem, and I think I was speaking and no one was able to listen, so I don't know where did you miss the connection. So basically what I was saying was that after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Prophet Musa, okay, so it seems that the last 3-4 minutes, after Allah asked Prophet Musa and Harun to go and speak to Pharaoh with all the things that we mentioned, they had this worry that because he's very arrogant and proud, he may get angry no matter whether you speak softly or not, and then he would react, and that would stop the mission at the beginning. They didn't have worry about their life or about, for example, being in prison and so on and so forth, but they had the problem that he may indeed add to his cruelty against Bani Israel, and find that Musa is indeed the person that he had in his dream who is going to defeat him, so he will kill him and stop the mission, because he had this dream and he was expecting something to happen, and that was the reason why he was killing the sons of Bani Israel. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, La takhafa, do not fear. Innani ma'akuma asma'u wa ara, I am with you. I am not sending you there without being with you, supporting you, helping you. If Allah gives someone a mission, Allah would not forget him. Allah would always accompany him, would support him, would help him. Innani ma'akuma asma'u wa ara, I hear everything that you say, everything that Pharaoh says, I am hearing. And if you need help, you can call me, I hear. So asma, I listen to what you say, what he says. If you need help, you call me, I listen. Anything is known to me. Wa ara, I am present and I can watch. I'm not in a distance place. Sometimes you can listen something from distance, but Allah says, I am watching. Of course we know that Allah doesn't watch by eyes. No, He knows things without using physical organs, without using our senses. But it means that His knowledge of the things which are visible is so high that we human beings who are very attached to seeing things and enjoying our sight, Allah says, I am seeing, I'm watching. Means I know everything which is visible. So إنني معكما أسمع وأرى. Then Allah says فأتياه, come to him. I don't mention the rest of these words because I want to take some of the questions. Just the first word, فأتياه, come to him. It's very beautiful. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala so far was saying اذهب اذهبا. The first time Allah said اذهب ila Pharaoh. Second, when he asked his brother to be with him as his helper, he said اذهب أنت وأخوك. Then he said اذهبا ila Pharaoh. Okay, so far was a matter of go towards Pharaoh, but now he says فأتياه, come to Pharaoh. Unfortunately, in the translation, again it is translated as go. But no, it's come. It's very beautiful. Means I am there, waiting for you. Fa'atiya, come there. When I send you somewhere, before you are there, I am there, waiting for you. So don't be worried about being lonely, being without support. Fa'atiya, come there. And then fa'ula, then say this. So Allah said, speak to him in a soft manner. Now Allah is teaching them even what to say. When they were worried, Allah says, okay, even I tell you what you can say to Fir'aun. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also choose us for His missions and build us and be always supporting us, inshallah, and with us, inshallah. Okay, now let me see what questions we have. Question 1, Salam Dr. Shwan, Alaikum Assalam wa Rahmatullah. Can you explain what the Quran has to say about choosing individual to carry on his mission on earth from childhood, like he chose prophets Musa, Isa and Muhammad and many others and gave them powers to do. What are the criteria mentioned? Yes, this is a very good question. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chooses someone for a mission, it's not arbitrary. And it is not because that person is, for example, favored by Allah because of ethnicity or color or social class. No. Anything is based on merits, on virtues. And these merits and virtues are achieved by determination, by one's determination. This is why the most important prophets are called Ulul Azm. When someone is determined, he can be given the task. But people need time to show their determination. It may take 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, I don't know, more or less. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't wait till that person finishes all the tests and then start helping him. When Allah knows that you are going to be a nice person, you are going to be a person who would be determined to do good things, He would help you even from your childhood. He knows in advance what type of person you are going to become, then He helps you, especially if you are going to help His people, His creation, His mankind. He helps you. We have in Dua Nudbeh, in the beginning of Dua Nudbeh, there is very profound idea there. We say that, oh Allah, these prophets are the people that شرطت عليهم الزهد في درجات هذه الدنيا الدنية وزخرفها وزبرجها. You made a condition. Of course, this condition is also made with us, but the prophets were the people who responded best. The condition was, don't go after worldly attractions. فَشَرَطُوا لَكَ ذَلِكَ. They accepted and they remained loyal. They kept the promise. وَعَلِمْتَ مِنْهُمُ الْوَفَاءَ بِهِ. And you knew that they are loyal. Not that they said we accept and then they didn't keep the promise. عَلِمْتَ مِنْهُمُ الْوَفَاءَ بِهِ. Okay. Then what happened? فَقَبِلْتَهُمْ. You accepted them. وَقَرَّبْتَهُمْ. You brought them nearer. وَقَدَّمْتَ لَهُمُ الذِّكْرَ الْعَلِيِّ وَالثَّنَاءَ الْجَلِيِّ. Then in advance you praised them. وَأَحْبَبْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ مَلَائِكَتَهُ. You sent your angels down to them. So it's not surprising that even you might have been helped by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in childhood because of what you are going to do when you become adult. It's not surprising that the person even before Islam might be helped by Allah because he's going to become a seeker of truth in future. It's not surprising to think that Salman was helped by Allah even before he met the Prophet. So this is like a teacher who knows some of his students have talents, work hard. He can see that this person in future is going to be a nice person, successful, has a bright future, so he helps him even from before. Question 2. Can we expect the prophets to forget the zikr of Allah? Are there any examples of such They don't forget the remembrance of Allah, but there are different levels of remembrance of Allah. Sometimes they may have ups and downs, but they never forget Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala completely. There are ups and downs, and the mystics and our spiritual writers have made nice points and poems about this issue, that even the prophets can have ups and downs. For example, Prophet Ya'qub alayhi salam, when Yusuf was put in a well which was not very far from their place, he didn't realize where is Yusuf. But when the shirt of Yusuf was being brought from Egypt, he said, I find the fragrance of Yusuf. So it means that his reception, his sensitivity is not the same. Perhaps after going through all the suffering and all the mourning, he became more sensitive and more recipient. So they have different conditions, but they never go below their bottom line, which is to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For them, remembrance of Allah is something that never stops, but there are ups and downs, and also among them also there are different levels. So the way, for example, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might be more than what some prophets were able to even experience for part of the time. Okay, there seems to be no further question, and our time is also over. I am sorry that I don't know why there was a disconnection, but inshallah our hearts were still connected, and I hope that inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will enable us to understand the Quran better and act upon the Quran inshallah better. May Allah be your support and support of your family and inshallah community. Please remember us in your dua, and looking forward to being with you again inshallah soon. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.